Hello everyone, I'm Legend Ronnie, and today we have a teaser about the new patch notes update. The most important is going to be the Arrow Tower. This is going to be the museum event, the 7-day museum event, and exactly as I said on the previous video, is going to be the 10 gift chests which you have to donate and upgrade them in your alliance. And on the right up corner, you also see that there is an exchange which will take you to a shop, which means that we're gonna have one of those bundles where if you purchase all those things, you'll be able to get some materials, the 30 gold heads and various other stuff from that shop. And this is the shop that I was talking about. It also shows that you are able to collect a random city theme if you spend some of those in-game currency. I'm guessing that is going to be the decoration, which is usually costing 100, the 7-hour city theme as well. And on this picture it also shows what I was mentioning about the epic city theme. And if you already have the skin, you get 2000 gems. Now personally, I think the 2000 gems, it is a little bit too low considering the amount of coins that you spend for that. Me personally, I'm not gonna go for a random city theme. To be honest, the decoration, yes, I will take it because that's part of the achievements. With those 100 coins, if I'm correct, you might be able to get quite a bunch of speed ups. That is a higher value than 2000 gems. They're also talking about the War of the Ruins, so they want to give a little bit more in depth about this event. To be very honest, the rewards are not very impressive, so this is the first thing I have to say. Since you need a City Hall level 7 or higher to play, it means that very new players can also play this event. So you get gold keys, speed ups, a little bit of VIP and epic sculptures. This something tells me that it's the kind of event that is kind of made for the beginners, right? You probably don't have that much war at the beginning of the game when you're starting the journey. I mean, we all know, especially now with these jumper projects, there's literally no wars in the new kingdoms. So with this event, War of the Ruins, it might just offer players a little bit of combat activity in the new event, I'm guessing, while also gaining a little bit of rewards for that. In this picture, we can tell that all commanders will be available if you can use them, and I also believe that equipment will have an impact. You can use primary and secondary commander. Obviously, you're gonna put Xi first and Nevsky second. This is just a teaser. Now, from this image, what I can tell is that it shows you in which direction each player is and how many troops they have. At least this is what I'm understanding from this. And on the right down corner, it also shows the skills that you have. Exactly like I was saying, you have the list right behind me, so you can choose any commanders that you want. On the rules, it mentions that for fairness, player will be separately according to whether or not their kingdom has entered Season of Conquest or not, which means that KVK 1, 2, and 3 players will have a separate event, and us in the Season of Conquest will have another event, because obviously our commanders will be much more powerful for this event. On the 4 points, it mentions that once the battle ends, you will gain victory points according to your position in the rankings. The more victory points you get, the greater your final reward is. On the buffs, it says that item buffs, holy site buffs, alliance technology, alliance skill, alliance title buffs, lost kingdom buffs, kingdom title buffs, kingdom buffs, and rune buffs do not apply on the War of the Ruins battlefield, which means that your equipment applies, your VIP applies, your commanders applies, which personally I think that is more than enough. And now this is the main topic of the video that I wanted to talk about, the range combat. So Siege might finally have a utility into the game. As you notice on the screen, there is already a couple of Siege marching. It also shows the commander, which seems to be like the barbarian commander that we already have. And the damage that it does, it is very low, to be very honest, but it does have a big range. So this is quite a big range. They want to show in this video how big of a range the Arrow Tower has, and I would say that it also fires pretty fast. This is where it's showing the range. So that's only 210k siege. Obviously there is crystal tech technology that can empower those siege. So with a 400 and who knows what March, 450k March, VIP 18, putting a couple of siege towers somewhere will definitely stop some marchers from coming in, especially if there is a small amount of marchers. This is where they're trying to show a little bit of a simulation of battle, where the main marchers are going into action, and then behind you have the sieges, which are turned into these archer towers and are causing damage to the marchers trying to help you out taking down. Well, we can all agree about the fact that in some kingdoms the battles are quite more massive or of a much higher capability, which means that a lot more siege tower can be put in place. And if you think about it, it can make the difference if you're going to beat a murder ball or not. Because let's say you have 50 siege towers into one spot. It doesn't say over here, but we all know that marchers can be clumped up together into one tiny spot, right? This is something they probably didn't thought about it. So for example, you could have a city, I'm giving you an example, and you park all the marchers, you drag and drop through the city, you park them in the middle of the city, all those siege marchers, and then you turn them into towers. So it's going to be very hard for players to even target the towers, or which tower will they target when it's going to be the city. And now you have the blockade, and you can put some blockade in front of the city or around the city while being in the city. Because you could also just drag and drop through the city, press camp, and then you do blockade. Some very interesting and nice strategies can be done with these towers. Let's hope that they're going to be as exciting as I think they will be. And this is where they are showing the Alliance Tower or the Archer Tower. I'm not sure which one this is. They both look like Archer Towers. Very, very huge range, in my opinion. It shows the area of the flag, like how much the flag is covering, and then it shows the range of this tower or how far it's shooting. And it also shows that it's shooting bubbled cities, which is exactly like I predicted when the first patch notes came out. What they're trying to do is they're trying to remove this idea of having bubbled cities everywhere. So these flags will definitely help you to do that, because you'll be able to shoot them down at some point if you just keep shooting and shooting and shooting, and in the end you'll take them down. Or random cities teleporting and staying on your territory, either with bubble again, because in the end, how much can you exile? You exile a city every 3 days, right? So that's pretty little. And then it's also the other update that they introduced, a city that is not from your kingdom or not from your alliance, and you're building territory under it, it will be teleported back to the home kingdom. So these are two very, very helpful things. Quite a lot of interesting stuff being introduced in this patch notes. I really like it. And you can also see it from the overview. And this is the filtering system. So finally you can see only the legendary commanders, and then you can filter if you want to see only legendary and versatility, or if you want to see only legendary and leadership, or only legendary and integration. That is definitely some life-changing quality updates over here, ladies and gentlemen. Now I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this ranged attack, because I think it's pretty phenomenal. I mean, it looks it looks very cool to me. And until next time, this is your boy Jeroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.